Harry Hog Football, the original Redskins Fans podcast. On today's show, we talk about the debacle that was Bruce Allen, the Trent Williams situation, the draft rumors, and much, much more.
And the people who died.
Yo, what's up, John?
What's up?
Excellent!
Welcome, everybody. Harry Hog Football, episode number 486, in which we have a lot to catch up about.
86, huh?
As in 86, Bruce Allen. Bam!
Cut!
I know it's been a while. We haven't talked about it. But
Gotta love that.
notice I've taken the cut fire Bruce Allen from off the bottom of the screen. Hey, we got some people in the chat room. What's up, y'all? We
What's
got
up?
B&G Buns. Hey, we got some people in. We got David Herzing.
What's up? What's up?
Want to welcome you guys to the podcast. I know it's been a long time. And, yeah, we've not really a good excuse, I guess.
Well, we had a really bad year.
We sucked. We weren't really,
in the Reds.
we weren't in. What can we say?
What can we say?
But things
Things
are
are looking up. We've got Riverboat Ron from the Carolina Panthers.
Where I get
And he
kicked
brought
out
a
of the
lot of
stadium.
staff with him. He went through. Alan the Bruce got fired before he got here. They fired our trainer that everyone says is a terrible trainer guy that we had for a
Larry
long
Hess.
time. Larry Hess.
And that woman
Sounds
trainer
like
that
a
you always
nut.
called Dr. Doom.
Dr. Doom. You called her that.
What?
Dr. Doom.
Dr. Doom Little?
But, dude, it doesn't matter because Trent Williams was all like, oh, like I'm going to sound kind of bad, but he was all like, oh, I got cancer and you guys didn't know it. I want to get off the team. And now that we fired all those guys, we're like, you still want to come back to the team now, right? And he's like, no, I want more money. And that's what it came down to. So that's what Trent Williams is up to. He just wants more money. That's it.
Yeah.
The whole time.
Once you strip away all the window dressing, you
All
can
the
see
Hess.
clearly that it's a money situation. They got rid
Yeah.
of all the trainers. They got rid of all David
All the
Herzing.
Allen
Yeah,
the
but
Bruce.
his helmet don't fit though.
That's true. He might not be able
Get
to
him.
use the helmet.
He can get one of those Eli Gazoo helmets. Eli doesn't need it anymore.
That's
That giant helmet. Anyway, all right, we're good. So everyone that's in the peanut gallery, we got this idea because I was checking around. So we set up this thing called a Discord server. If you haven't heard of it, I think like gamers and like software developers use it a lot. But the beauty of it is we've got it set up so you can go in there and chat like you do in the YouTube window. But we also have it set up so we can drag you into the live podcast room and you'll be live on the show. So we're going to be testing that over the next few weeks, and hopefully by the time the season rolls around, we will have it working most of the time, just like the rest of our stuff works most of the time. And if any of you guys in the Peanut Gallery are interested in being moderators for that to help us like keep the tools out of getting on the podcast and whatnot, that'd be cool. So hit me up either with an email or I put the Discord link in the beginning of the YouTube chat today. Or just hit me up at Aaron@harryhogfootball.com because I think that our actual email is working again.
Yep.
Yep.
All right.
Oh, man, you got real quiet all of a sudden.
I did. Because I'm leaning away from my mic. I'm not eating the mic.
That's better. And my ears are getting worse now that we're old. Now that we've been doing this for 2020 is our 15th season. Am I right? Or is it our 16th?
Man, I don't know.
Started in 05. So it's 15th, right?
Dang, we're old, man.
Yeah. So, anyway, so let's get to talking about some Redskins stuff. Where do we want to start? So much has happened to put us in, like, everything, almost everything, with the exception of Dan Snyder selling the team, has been granted to Redskins fans. We hit rock bottom.
Right. Yep.
Everyone knew we hit rock bottom. There's nothing we could do. We had to get rid of Jay, and we had to get rid of Bruce.
Yeah. Oh, my God, yeah.
So anyway.
Cut!
Those guys are gone.
We got rid of those guys.
Fanfare,
Jordan
Bruce
Reed
Allen was gone.
Jordan Reed, dude. Cut. Jordan Reed. Cut.
Although we would have got something for
Richardson.
him if it was up to us.
Yeah, oh yeah. If we had traded him 3 years ago, we would have gotten something for him. But in very much the Allen to Bruce fashion, he just holds on to those guys and just waits for them to like rot on the shelf instead of doing something with them.
Yeah. Like every single person, like Trent Williams.
Man, he sucked. Man, I hate
we could have got
Allen.
something for him last year.
Yep. We could have gotten a first round pick. And so that's the thing. Oh yeah, Paul Richardson. Cut.
Mm-hmm.
Cut. So
sorry, there's your sound effect.
Thank you. And yeah, Trent Williams. All right, so Aaron, you and I were debating this the other day. What do you think we're going to be able to get for Trent Williams before the draft coming up? Maybe next month, maybe a month later. I don't know.
We'll see
what they do.
Trent Williams is doing everything he can to make sure we get nothing for him because now he's saying he wants $25 million a year or whatever that noise is.
Yeah.
So no one's going to give up a second-round pick or a first-round pick to get someone that's 25 and then have to pay them $25 million. That's 30 what? How old is he? 31? 32?
I disagree.
Oh, David Herzing, don't worry. We're saving that one up. That is our favorite one.
There are desperate teams out there like the Jets, like the Browns. The Texans got that Tunsil guy last year, but I mean, there's teams that will do that to get to sign him for a very high amount of money.
Yeah.
Some teams are just dumb. Like the Redskins have been just dumb for a really long time. Hopefully that's stopped this going into this year. But we'll see. We'll see. I don't think we're going to get. I think the least we should be asking for is a first round pick. I think we should probably get a first and third round for him, but we'll see. Aaron, do you think that we should get like a second for him?
I'd be happy with a second at this point.
If he doesn't want to go, if we can't get anyone to get him, because what the money that he's asking for is what the problem is. The Redskins, I'm sure they've got multiple teams saying, we'll give you a first round pick this year for him right now, but he wants too much money. So I guess we'll see what they decide to do. I think once the closer we get to the draft, the people are going to be lining up. I mean, some of those teams are going to be, someone's going to pull the trigger and get him for at least a first round pick.
I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, like you mean when someone gets injured.
No, I think before the draft.
Well,
I'm not talking about someone getting injured like the third week of the season. I'd be talking about like whenever the draft is, like before the draft, if someone's going to go get him. What if, what if, because I know that you want to trade down and not get Chase Young at the second pick. You want to trade down to get linemen. What if we trade the pick for somebody who wants to get someone like Tua? So they trade up to get our second pick, and we trade down to, say, the third pick or the fifth pick or something like that. What if we throw Trent Williams into that trade?
Trent Williams and...
We'll take your next 3 first-round draft picks for the number 2 and Trent Williams.
I would take that.
Yeah, I would too. But I mean, that's something that they could be that's something they could be looking at right now, for real. We'll see.
I mean, I guess
we actually have like people in the front office that have brains and aren't idiots.
And there were
So
some people saying that like Tampa Bay was going to look at Trent Williams because now they got Brady and then move their left tackle over to right tackle.
Man, Tom Brady's going to walk into that dressing room, and man, that's a big difference from New England. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay.
Speaking of quarterbacks, we got so much to talk about. We can't possibly do it all in this one podcast. But I saw a rumor today.
Yeah.
Wait, before we get into quarterbacks, do we want to touch more on that draft pick and what we think we should do?
I think we should go through the. I think we need to get into free agency and go through that before we start talking about more things that we think might happen.
All right, let's continue on.
We need to talk about the things that have happened.
You forgot to mention our favorite cut of them all.
Oh yeah, dude, my favorite one, Josh Cut Norman. Yeah,
dude, the Bills are paying him.
Bills paid.
Was it $8 million? What was it? It was something kind of large.
It wasn't $8 million. It was like $3 million.
3? That's it.
All right, I'm looking it up.
You don't have to look it up. You know, B&G Buns knows what it is right off the top of his head. B&G Buns. How many million is Josh Norman making for the Bills? Oh, too late. John's got it. I think it was more than 3.
I'm looking to find
David
out.
Herzing says 6, so it's
6.
right between us.
All I know is that somebody went online on Reddit. It was like, all right, Redskins fans, can you tell me about Josh Norman? And one person was like, he came in for one play and gave up a touchdown to the third wide receiver on another team and didn't even move, and like included the clip because that was the one where he was on the inside and he just stood there. The guy went by him and like hit him on his arm. It's just like tag and just kept running. He was like, and he didn't even go after him.
And you're paying him $6 million for that effort.
Exactly. Oh man, he's laughing all the way to the bank.
Like,
how can you not? It's $6 million for free.
There's reasons we had dudes coming in off the streets playing while he was sitting on the bench there at the end.
Yeah, exactly.
He doesn't want to play football. Or at least he didn't want to for us. And then Riverboat Ron saw that. He's like, even if he would have played for me, forget that.
Dude, he did play for him in Carolina.
No, I mean, again, even if he would have played, like, knowing that I'm here now. It's like, and that was right after, like, Josh Norman was quoted saying, what did he say? Something like, it's going to be so much different now that Riverboat Ron's here. Just you guys wait. And then he gets... Yeah, so we made some good moves. So, I mean, we're
looking up this big page right now, and there's a picture of him in like a tux, like a high school prom picture. He's all like, "What's up,
dude?" We're cleaning. We're totally like cleaning house, right?
Oh, it's great. It's fantastic. Cutting all the wood, all the dead wood.
But you know what I'm even more excited about? Something that I've been saying for at least since the podcast was in its infancy. We're moving back to the 4-3, dude.
Oh, dude, that's the best. Even Ron Rivera was just like, why do you have these like great outside like defensive rushers, pass rushers who are going back in coverage? What's the point? Which is exactly what we've said for like 10 years. What is the point?
They were basically like, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to know what not to do here.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Dude, I immediately when we have those fatties up there on the line,
our defense is going to be so much better. So much better. The front seven, I'm telling you.
Now, if
we haven't signed any people that are like really great, like linebackers, but we've signed like really good core players.
Yeah.
We haven't gone out there and blown the load for free agency on like some overpriced cornerback like that Byron dude or anything like that.
Yeah, if you don't have to have Kerrigan worrying about covering people and Smith worrying about covering people.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Well, the reason why I'm not even Josh.
Cut!
All right, what's the deal with Dunbar, by the way? Because there was some fiascos with him. Like, first day Ron Rivera is on the job, and Dunbar is like, I need a trade or a new contract because when I signed my contract for 4 years, they gave me all the guaranteed money up front, but now I don't have any guaranteed money. That's not cool. It's like, dude, you signed it. You got your guaranteed money. You've already gotten it. Now you play with the non-guaranteed money.
That's the way it works.
Oh, man. Millennials, dude.
Yeah, really.
Sums it up. David Herzing's talking about Amari Cooper. Dude, I didn't even know that the Redskins were going for him until after it was already done with.
Apparently the Redskins offered him more money to come to Washington. He said, no, I want to stay in Dallas for less money. So that guy's a cowboy through and through. And I was like,
we don't want him anyway.
That means he's public enemy number one.
He's a cowboy. Why would we want a cowboy?
And we didn't get in on that Stephon Diggs trade, which is fine because I mean that guy's he's pretty good. But it sounds like he was kind of a sore loser for whatever reason up in Minnesota.
He's starting to turn into one of those type of dudes we don't want.
And he's one of those people that he's hurt all the time. So
I was kind of hoping we might get that Hooper dude that went to the Browns.
It was too expensive though. And I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do at tight end, but it's going to be better than it has been the last few years with Jordan Reed not injured in the way all the time.
We signed a tight end yesterday, I think. Didn't we?
Let's see. Let's go through our list.
Let's see who we've signed. We signed John Bostic again.
We signed John Bostic back. We re-signed Kendall Fuller.
I was pumped about that. You told me that he always wet the bed, but I remember when he left our team, he was like up and coming, and we were like, dude, why do we get rid of him?
He wets the bed because it's a quote from Home Alone, dude. That's Fuller. He wets the bed.
I thought you were texting me like, like he craps the bed on the field. I didn't get that reference, dude.
It sucks. No, dude.
I was like, what? I remember him being good when he left.
That's Fuller. He wets the bed.
No, remember how bummed we were? We were like, why did you trade him instead of like Josh Norman or someone like that?
It was once again, it was stupid trading from the Redskins, kind of like when we traded Champ Bailey and a second round pick for Clint Portis.
I know.
I mean, Clint Portis was great with us, but we traded like a Hall of Fame cornerback. And I know the whole thing with his wife, and he was cheating on his wife, and she said, we have to get out of town or I'm going to leave you and all that stuff. I know the whole rumor with that. But how do we trade him and a second round pick for running back?
Dude.
Asinine.
Over the last 10 years,
20.
The value that I put on running backs has declined significantly. I think just get an average dude and bulk up your offensive line.
Pretty much, yeah.
Offensive line, to me, is the most important positions on the field.
And that's why I said earlier, you want us to trade down from the number 2 pick and get some offensive linemen. And I still think we need to get Chase Young. Chase Young is looking like it's hard to turn that pick down. But if we can trade from like number 2 to number 3 or from number 2 to number 5, we might still get him. We'll see. Look, or we might get a lineman. There was some huge lineman that's might be in the top 5.
Oh, there is? I mean, everyone that listens to our podcast knows that I barely have time to watch the Redskins, much less watch college football. So I know there's a bunch of hoopla around Chase Young, and I saw him play in his, a few times. I wouldn't even say for a full game. And I saw his highlight reel, and he's solid. But in my opinion, we have bigger holes to fill than Chase Young. And when we first started looking at that, I was like, all right, if we can re-sign Trent Williams and have our line intact, okay, I'll say take Chase Young because Kerrigan is getting towards the end of his career and Sweat is unproven at best. But then again, our entire defense was with those clowns that were running it last year.
Yeah, really. And the year before that.
But to me, that defensive end outside linebacker position. I guess it's. Yeah, I'm so used to the 3-4. I don't know what the position's called anywhere. Anyway, that
outside
position,
linebacker and inside linebacker. But the outside linebackers like Kerrigan are now like defensive ends, like they should have been in the first place.
Yeah. So, what was I digress. What was I getting at? I think that it was more important if we lose Trent Williams and we've lost maybe Brandon Scherf. I mean, we probably won't lose him now that he's signed that, or I don't know if he signed the tag, but anyway, that he's tagged. And then Eric Flowers is gone, our favorite lineman for the year.
Eric Flowers, yeah, the number one lineman from the year of all teams, of all people. Eric Flowers, we really wanted to get him, and it said the Redskins wanted to. They were going to pay him like $8 million a year to stay, and he took $10 million and went to Miami, which is his hometown. He said.
That's
so
fine.
I see it, and I
don't have a problem with him going. I just wish we could have signed him.
I wish we could have signed him as well. But we also don't have Callahan anymore. And he's I don't know, but Callahan was the only coach that could get something out of Flowers because his first 3 years in New York, he was awful. He was terrible. So he might end up being a 1 year wonder. 1 year wonder. We'll see.
Regardless. So we could be losing 3 offensive linemen. Scherf last year also, even if we do get him back, he kind of sucked. You were saying he played injured, and I'm hoping that injury was the reason he sucked.
He was injured in preseason, and he went through the whole thing. I'm starting to worry if he's becoming injury prone at this point.
But as of right now, our offensive line is super suspect, and we signed Barry Schweitzer Falls to the offensive line, who you said he
played for the Falcons. He sucks,
horrible.
Man. This guy is terrible.
I don't know anything about Schweitzer Falls, but
Schweitzer Falls. Schweitzer Fallen.
Schweitzer Falls is a reference.
He might be the new
World.
Schnell, man. I don't know.
It's a reference to Disney World on the Jungle Cruise, and they're always like, and now for the 8th wonder of the world, the backside of water. Anyway, that's Schweitzer Falls.
Schweitzer Falls. So, yeah, okay, we'll see what happens with that dude getting in there. We got Orchard back, though.
Who else?
We're getting a lot of linebackers back.
Hold on. I want to talk about the line still.
Oh, yeah.
So, who do we still have at the other end? We have Moses. Is he still on the team? Is he injured?
I think Moses is gone. He's a free agent. Gone? I don't know if anyone's going to sign him back.
Does anyone in the peanut gallery know about what's going on with Moses? I think he's on the squad. Dude, I looked at our cornerback list that I made the mistake of turning it on Redskins 100. Is that the one with Larry Michael? Redskins 100? Or is it the other one?
No, it's
what's the one where Larry
7.
just sits there at the desk and talks by himself, like monologue? Redskins
NBC
Tonight.
Sports Washington?
Whatever it is, dude. Larry Michael was on there, and he showed the list of our, secondary.
Yeah.
And I was like, who are these dudes? Quentin Dunbar doesn't even want to play. We've got some big what I'm saying, what this boils down to before I get off track.
Yes.
Is I think we have bigger needs than what Chase Young will fill. Is he going to be, the top defensive end of all times? Maybe, but is it better for the team to have, even if he is the top defensive end ever, is it better for the team to have 2 or 3 really great players instead of one best ever player?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Sure, still with the Redskins.
If there's 11 places on the field that you can run, and one of them's awesome, I'll just go to one of the other 10.
Yeah.
If everyone else sucks.
Moses is still there. I thought he was a free agent, but apparently not.
One job. So we got one job.
One job, dude. One job.
One lineman at this point. Oh, what about our center? He's good. Rollier.
He's all right. Yeah.
I think he's fine. But anyway, I'd be interested to see what the peanut gallery has to say on here. And so as I mentioned, we're going to start taking these calls on Discord,
Right.
and we have Kenny Ken, who volunteered to moderate, even though he doesn't know what he's getting into. Kenny Ken from Canada, remember him?
This is Kenny Ken from Canada.
In case you guys don't remember him, here's where you may have heard about.
This is Kenny Ken from Canada, and you're listening to Harry Hog Football.
That's Kenny Ken. So anyway, we're going to
There you
try
go.
to actually see if this actually works through Discord, bringing callers on. You're going to have to bear with us as usual, but you're used to it. Anyway, David Herzing is in the chat or in the chat room on YouTube, and he knows a lot more about up and coming college players than we do. He's saying there's some good tackles in there, so get 2 new ones. I'm like,
There are. Yeah.
okay, that's fine. Like we said for John, if we can trade our second and get a top tackle our second overall and get a top tackle and a couple extra picks, because we don't even have a second-round pick at this point.
We do not. We don't. We have our first round number 2 pick and our third round number 66. Play 66.
Yeah.
So, Morgan Moses.
So anyway, B&G Buns is saying that we should get Young, and a lot of people are saying we should get Young. Now, who in the chat room, what about this Tua stuff? Who has anything to add about that? Any comments?
I do not think we should get RG4 at all. I think that would be a terrible draft pick for whatever team picks him.
I would agree with you. And again, with him,
It's
it's
a
like
shrimp, man.
he's a shrimp. A
How's he
and
going to see over 6'6" linemen?
we've got a decent sized quarterback right now. So even if this dude was amazing, he's going to come in and then all this. So we're just throwing away our pick from last year, a la Josh Rosen a few years ago. And I just don't think he got a good chance to see it. All right, so I think we got Kenny Ken from Canada on here. Kenny, are you there? I don't hear him, so I'm not sure if he's there. Again, bear with us. Oh, you know why? I think I have to. Oh, hold on.
You have to unmute him, probably.
Yeah, I have to. Hold on.
So anyway, that West Schweitzer Schnell guy kind of sucks.
Kenny Ken, are you there?
Yes,
What do
sir.
you say? We got Kendall Fuller, which is good to help with our secondary. We all know he's an up
Can
and
you hear me,
coming
bud?
talented guy.
Yeah, I don't know if John can hear you. John, can you hear Kenny Ken?
I don't have Discord open.
I know,
Oh,
but
Johnny.
you can't hear him through the podcast. Is what I'm saying.
No, not at all.
No, I just see you.
Okay, Kenny, I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
He's not hearing you, so we're live now. So we'll work on making it so John can hear you and get you back on next week. Sound good?
All right, buddy. No problem. Sounds good.
All right. Well, and we played your sound effect. All right, take it easy. We're on YouTube. We're on YouTube if you're not watching live. Anyway. All
Okay,
right.
cool.
All right. We'll talk to you later. Thanks, man.
Thanks,
Hey,
man.
buddy.
So that was the one thing we didn't test before the show, was if you could hear the caller. I could hear him. I could see his thing coming in, but we'll fix that for next week. We've got a long off season.
Discord is not working right now.
And we may have an even longer off season.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what's going on.
Anyway,
So, dude, we have other players that we've signed in free agency so far, and we've actually gotten rid of some players, like Case Keenum's with the Browns. Hello?
yeah, I'm here. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I was
Case
like
Keenum-
looking at the chat room. I'm like all confused, like a kid in the candy store. Yeah.
Confused.
So Case Keenum. Okay.
Wow.
I'm glad you brought that up before we go further. Back on the quarterback thing. Case Keenum's gone. That leaves us with Haskins. And no other quarterbacks on the roster, right? Unless we have someone like Josh.
Alex Smith. We might re-sign
other-
Josh Johnson.
No other quarterbacks that can actually walk and play football right now.
Yeah, really.
Maybe Josh Johnson, because his league got canceled.
Yeah. Yep.
So
But probably not.
what are we going to do?
We
have
need
to
at
do
least
something.
one backup. We need a backup guy. We need to draft somebody like, I don't know, in the 7th round this year.
I kind of disagree with you. I think if we have a dude who's basically played 20, not even 15 football games at the collegiate and college level collegiate and pro level combined, we need someone that's at least been around the NFL to kind of help mentor him. And I don't mean Alex Smith from the booth. We need a quarterback that can play.
That's what I was saying. I said we need to get a third guy.
Oh, okay.
That we need to draft.
What about the second guy?
We need to sign a free agent.
Yeah. So who are we going to sign?
It's not going to be pew 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 Colt McCoy.
No. I'm pulling. You know where I'm going with this. Who do you think, with their recent track record, the Redskins are going to sign one of your favorite players ever?
They're never going to sign that snake oil salesman. Ever.
Who?
Your dog, Cam Newton.
Yours, dude.
Dude, he is never going to be my dog. If he's on the team, if I saw him in an alley, I'd pee on his leg. This guy's
for real. You would do that? He's not a
cowboy.
He's a
disgusting person. Did you hear when he left the team? He was like, the team forced me into leaving the team, blah blah blah. And then Greg Olson, who also left the team, was just like, wow, that sounds familiar. As in, all he's done is listen to Cam Newton bitch about stuff for years down in Carolina because that's all he does. And now he's like he can't stop kicking his own rear end.
Anyway, all right, let's see what
I hate that guy. What a terrible person.
The Peanut Gallery is saying, first of all, welcome to Kenny Cardenas in the chat room. What's up? And Bugle Boy 624, dudes, just like us that you're in here. Right. Join the Discord channel if you can, and the link is in there. And we're going to start using that to bring live callers on, hopefully next week. Anyway, Joe Flacco, 1 year is what Kenny's saying. This isn't Kenny Kin, I don't think. Maybe Kenny Cardenas is Kenny Kin.
That's what I figured.
It is Kenny Kin. I don't remember seeing him in the YouTube chat room before. Anyway, B&G, Matt Moore. David Herzing saying Matt Moore. How do you feel about that, John?
Well, okay. Yeah. I could deal with him being a backup. We could always get Blake Gabbert.
Joe Flacco.
We could always get Joe Flacco. Does he play somewhere? Denver?
We could always get RG3 real cheap. I'm just kidding.
We might be able to get RG3 if we want. He'd come in and be like, man, I hate football.
I know that some people were talking about Teddy Bridgewater, but he's going to be way too expensive.
Oh, he's a starter, and he's going to be a starter. He's not going to come in as a backup for anybody.
Well, even if he felt that he could compete with Haskins for the starting job, because
he's going to go to a team that's going to make him the starting quarterback, and he's not going to have competition.
Okay.
There are plenty of teams that want them some Teddy Bridgewater. The Redskins don't have a clue at that guy.
So, do you think that the Redskins are solid on Haskins for this season?
I would think so. Yeah. I mean, the whole thing about we might draft Tua. I was just like, yeah, no.
B&G Bun says, how about that backup from the Saints? I think he means the Drew Brees clone that they bring in. And you never
that dude. He's the backup, though. They're saying he could start after Brees retires. We'll see. That the guy that went to BYU.
Gotcha. The one that looks exactly like Drew Brees, and you never know that if you're like, oh, wait, that's not Drew Brees on the field.
He's got like long hair, though. Long-ish hair, I guess.
He's like number 7, and Drew Brees is like number 9, or vice versa. I don't remember their numbers.
I think that's right. Yeah.
You're like, oh wait, that's not a 9. Anyway, so all right, so there's the quarterback questions, and Riverboat Ron, of course, says there's going to be a competition at quarterback, and how much you believe that, and how much is a smoke screen.
Yeah, I think it's mostly a smoke screen because, I mean, it's like we were saying for the last 5 minutes, it's Dwayne Haskins and nobody right now.
Yeah, nobody. And all right, let's move to the running back position.
All right.
We have Adrian Peterson locked in for another year, which is a solid signing to start. I think that happened right after Riverboat Ron signed on.
Yeah.
Right before, I don't remember. But that was a solid way to start working your way back up from the bottom, because he's a solid player. He has solid work ethic. He didn't complain when Jay Gruden benched him for no reason last year. He was a professional through all of that, and he put together another solid season.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's durable. Knock on wood.
Yep.
So we got him. Geis, I guess, will be back for another one game this season, maybe?
Yeah, really.
I'm intrigued by this Bryce Love guy. I've been wanting to see him play for a couple years. Wasn't he at
Intrigued is a
Stanford?
good
Where
word
was he
for
from?
him.
What?
Stanford, I think.
That's what
Something
I
like
thought.
that.
He has
Yeah,
a chance to be really good if he can get on the field.
Yeah, exactly. He's part of that stupid Allen Bruce draft. Oh, this guy's injured. No one else to take him. We got a bargain by getting him in the third round. How many draft picks do we have over in Bruce Allen's tenure who was just like, oh, we got a bargain with that guy if he ever gets on the field. We got a bargain on that guy. We got a bargain on that guy.
So who's this other dude we signed? Thompson.
Thompson.
That's what Hersing is saying.
Thompson who? I don't know who Thompson is.
Is he a... Wait, isn't he the tight end that we signed? No, linebacker? I don't know. Look it up. I got too many apps running. I'm afraid it's going to throw a wrench in the system.
Well, we got Nate Orchard back, and we got John Bostic back.
When did Nate
And
Orchard
we got,
do the Angry Orchard?
The Angry Orchard. We got Thomas Davis Sr. back. Well, not back, but Ron Rivera's got him back. He used to be at Carolina. Then he went somewhere else before now, but he's a good veteran. He was a captain. He's good. Good guy to have around. We also signed another fourth linebacker, Kevin Pierre-Louis, who might be Pierre Lewis. But I don't know anything about that guy. Never heard of him.
Oh, he's asking about Chris Thompson. Oh, yeah, I completely forgot about him.
Thinking. That's what I was thinking you were saying. I was like, I don't know any other Thompson.
No, I thought we signed some guy named Thompson. Maybe that was someone else that used to play with Riverboat Ron. Chris Thompson, I don't know. I haven't heard anything about him. Have you?
I thought he was a free agent.
Yeah, but I haven't heard anything about them maybe wanting to re-sign him or anything.
No, I don't think they want to because he's been hurt so badly. I think they're trying to get away from all these guys that are hurt all the time. It's like you're really good for one game and then you're hurt. So, they're trying to get rid of these guys.
I
don't know if
trade
they want to re-sign Chris Thompson.
What?
We should try to trade Jarius Geis at this point.
I would secretly make it my policy if I was running the team that if any dude missed more than 8 games, I would say he was healthy and try to trade him.
In one season or two?
All right. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt. But if it happens twice, that's it. If you miss more than 16 games over the course of 2 years, which means you missed an entire season,
yeah,
we're trading to see what, as in the words of Danny, we're going to see what we can get for him.
We're going to see what we can get for him. I bet Riverboat Ron does that kind of stuff all the time. The Redskins just refused to try to trade people because they were idiots.
Yeah. David Herzing says he has no problems if Geis gets cut. I say see what we can get for him. Maybe we can get a second-round pick.
We can get just about anything for him. We'll end up on the good side. How many times is he going to have like season-ending injuries or immediately? He's fragile.
He's fragile,
until he proves otherwise. He's fragile.
Yeah, I know. All right, so where do we go from here? We have so much to talk about. We're gonna have to have a few more podcasts to get people through the coronavirus outbreak.
Man, no lie. Jeez.
So we can bring some podcasts
we went through the offensive line, dude. We went through tight ends, who we have none yet. We still got
signed
Sprinkle.
one. We signed one.
We still have Sprinkle on there. Aaron's efforting to find out who the person is that he says we signed. Let's see who else. We haven't gotten any wide receivers yet. I know. Oh, we didn't even talk about DeAndre Hopkins. Man, getting traded to the Cardinals for a second-round pick.
Dude, talk about him while I figure out who
What
this
the
tight
crap
end
is that? I think he's top 3 wide receivers in football right now, and they traded him for a 2nd-round pick. Unbelievable.
And a
he's
running
totally
back.
taken-
And
and a running back who hasn't been good since 2017
And you already know how I feel about running backs.
because he hasn't been good. Exactly, man. It's because you and I grew up when we had John Riggins.
I know. How come no one will tell me who this this tight end is we signed?
I don't think we signed a tight end.
Yeah, Davis. No, that
Davis?
was Vernon Davis last year.
We signed A. Davis, but he's not a tight end.
What is he?
He's a linebacker. I already talked about him, Josh.
Oh, okay. Sorry, dude. I only pay like 70% attention to any one thing at a time. Unless it's football and I'm watching the game.
Right.
It's 100%. Okay. So, all right, let's move on. Let's move on. There was something else.
That's pretty much all the offensive stuff to talk about at this point. So defensive, we haven't gotten any defensive linemen, but we got a crap ton of linebackers.
Wait, we need to talk about. We can't go over the defense yet. We got to talk more about wide receivers.
We haven't gotten any wide receivers.
Exactly.
We cut Richardson.
We cut Richardson, which we needed to do last year.
We got McLaurin, Scary Terry.
Luckily, and that wasn't our scouts doing that. Remember that was
our
Haskins.
quarterback saying we should get him. Yep.
And he was like a 22-year-old dude.
Yeah.
All right, so we got Scary Terry. Great. That was one great find over the last 12 years by luck.
Yeah. Who we didn't draft, how we got because of the quarterback. We got Harmon, that guy we got in the 7th round, the guy from NC State. He's kind of a big guy, like that guy.
Yeah, I mean, those young dudes played pretty well, but I like that they were trying to go out and get like at least one, like a number one wide receiver to complement McLaurin. But, yeah, I definitely think we could get another receiver. All right, go over to the defense now. That's fine.
Well, we went through everybody except for cornerbacks and safeties. So we got Kendall Fuller. We already talked about him. We got some guy at safety who is, where do I have that? Sean Davis. Sean Davis.
I knew we got a Davis.
At safety, which is just like tight end. And they got
Davis.
him. We'll see what's going on with him. I guess he'll
Kenny
be all right.
Ken's excited about Sean Davis.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see him play.
I'm excited to see anybody we signed as secondary since we have like 8 linebackers on the roster now.
We may have Dunbar in the secondary. I don't even know. I can't even remember. Just there were so many different people in and out of the secondary at the end of last year. I can't tell you who's on the team even anymore.
We do have Dunbar in the secondary. He has one more year left on his contract. We have Kendall Fuller now,
and we threatening not to show up.
Sean Davis, Monte Nicholson.
If he's not arrested.
If he's not in jail.
All right.
Dude, all right,
go. So anyway, we've got so much to talk about. We can't even keep our thoughts straight. So what I think we're gonna do is round out the podcast and then come at you next week. Sound good?
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
Because we do have a lot more to talk about.
That's good because I smell the dinner's ready downstairs.
Waiting for the dinner bell.
Dinner bell to ring. Anyway, dudes, we're looking to upgrade the podcast over the next few months leading into the season.
If we don't all die.
Please join the Discord channel because it's got a nice little chat room. And we're thinking we're going to probably be in there like during the games, like, with comments.
So how do they join the Discord channel?
You can send an invite, and I put an invite in the YouTube channel. The only thing is I think the invite's actually expire. Here, I'm going to put another one in there right now. So invite, get in there, and then you'll be in there, and there's a general text channel where you can just chat about the team or whatever, and just kind of like what you're doing in the YouTube channel, but all the time. And then during the podcast, we'll have a live voice channel that you can be brought into and be on the podcast once we get that ironed out. But we've got a few months until the game, so, help us out. I think it'll be cool. So we'll see what happens. That's my plug for it.
That's your plug for the day.
Anyway, where's my sound effects? The outro. Here it is. Anyway, that about rounds it out for this week. Make sure you keep your social distancing.
Very important.
Very important. Wash your hands. Stay away from people.
This is going to be much worse before it gets better.
Yeah. Actually, pretty easy.
And I was talking about coronavirus, not the Harry Hog football.
Got you. Anyway, guys, stay encouraged because the team looks like they're on the ascent now because we've hit rock bottom.
I don't think we could go any lower. We're gonna go lower if we sign Cam Newton. Unfortunately.
Yeah, let's not sign him.
He's probably just like, man, I don't want to be a backup in Washington.
Anyway, we'll talk to you guys. We'll talk to you guys next week. Hit us up with an email, Aaron, Josh, or John at harryhawkfootball.com. Remember Josh? Some people don't. Join the Discord channel. Yeah. I just sent the link in the chat room window there. Send us an email. Hit us up on Twitter at harryhog. That's about it.
Yeah, I'm on.
We'll talk to you guys next week. Hail to the Redskins, and if you see a Cowboys fan,
you know what to do. Yo, go!